student. This is the fifth lecture of people as resource. Last lecture, people as research, chapter 2, economics. We have seen with people as a resource how people can become the resource and what is need or investment in with some stories we have seen. Then come to the story of village or this is the last part of the lesson. See here, there was village inhabited by the several family. Means here is one of the village, and in that village there are several families living there. So each family produce enough to feed its member. It is responsibility to feed the head of the family members, responsibility to feed their children or to feed their families, and each family they produced enough to feed their families. Means whatever they require for the eating, feeding, they produce themselves in this village. Each family met its needs by the members making their own clothes and teaching their own children. So here each family meets its need. Means हर family की जो भी need होती है, whatever needs are there in each family, they themselves fulfill their needs. Its needs by the members of making their own clothes. If they require needs clothes, they make their own clothes in this village, and teaching their own children, even though they teach their own children. One of the families decided to send one of its son to the agricultural college. In this village, at least one of the son of their family, they eager to send their son for getting the agricultural college education. One of the families decided to send one of its son to the agriculture college, and the boy got his admission in the nearby college of the agriculture. After some time, he became qualified in the agro engineering. After having the education in agriculture college, son, they qualified. They become qualified in the agro engineering and came back to the village. After completing his education, he came back to the village. He proved to be the creative. Then he proved to be what? Creative. Then he could design and improve the type of plow. Before to the traditional farming was there in his village, but when he had taken the education, agricultural education, and he learned some of the modern techniques and introduced some tools for modern farming in that village. So he proved to be so creative. He proved himself as a creative who design and improve the types of plow. Plow, it is one of the implements required for the agriculture work, which increase the yield of wheat. और इसी के कारण क्या हुआ? Increase the production or yield of the wheat. Thus, new jobs of the agro engineer was created and fill in the village. New agro engineer job that was created in same village, and he hired there because already he has taken the education of that field. The family in the village sold surplus in the nearby neighboring village. What is mean by surplus production? Farmers, after the cultivation, whatever they require for the consumption, they keeps with them, and remaining production goes to the market, and that is called the surplus production. And by using this new methods in agricultural field, new technology in agricultural field, their production increase, and surplus production or extra production after keeping for the consumption that goes to the market from this village to the nearby town or in the market, and they earn good profit which they share among themselves. And in this activity, by selling this surplus production in the market, they get good profit which they share among themselves. Inspired by this success, all families after some time held a meeting in village, and all villagers, they inspire with this activity because they are getting here profit. Okay, so inspired by this success, all families after some time, what they done, they held meeting in the village. They all wanted to have the better future for their children too, and because of the live example of in front of them, they also inspired, and also they wanted a better future for their children. So they requested panchayat to open what? School. Open school in their village. Panchayat with the help of government school for opening in their village. Such a request they made to the government. A teacher was recruited from nearby town. After opening the government school for giving, because that was their primary need, because they are not able to send their children in the school outside of their village. So their request to government or panchayat means people, those who are living in the village, they requested for opening, and whatever teacher require, and there was no manpower, or as a teacher was not in that village, so they called teacher for teaching their children from the nearest town or nearby town. All the children of this village started going to school, and because of opening the school, all children, they started going to the school. After some time, one of the families gave training to his daughter, in for the tailoring, means because after learning or after completing her school education, one of the family, they given training to whom? Their daughter for the tailoring. She started stitching cloths for all the families. What she started here, for stitching cloths for all the families, for the village, for everyone now wanted to buy and wear the well tailored cloths. Thus another new job, that of the tailor, was created. So this new job that created in that village, and that was the tailor. Everyone interested for using these cloths stitched by this tailor. Then this had another positive effect for the getting motivation to the villagers. The time of farmers in going far for buying the cloths was saved. What was the positive effects of this? That they save their time, because for purchasing the cloths they had to go to the outside village or nearby the town. So they save their cost, they save their time also. This is the positive effect. By giving the training and she started work for stitching and became the tailor. As the farmers spent more time in the field, the yield of the farm went up, and because of getting much more time to the farmers, because cloths they are getting here from their own village, so they save their time and they started utilizing this time. They started utilizing this time in their agricultural activities, in the farm activities, and automatically what positive effect was there? The farm production again growth taken place, or they went up. This was beginning of the prosperity, means this is the beginning of prosperity or development, because they save their time and utilize more time in agricultural activity, and they started getting more profit or agricultural production, and they became the prosperity or development taken in this village. The farmers had more than what they could consume. Now they could sell what they produced to the others who came to their village market. So another positive effect of this is they now they could sell what they produce, means because they started getting more production, and after keeping this production for the consumption, extra or surplus production that was going to the market, and they are getting here more money, means automatically development taken place, and people started getting more money because of this facility available with them. The production increased who came to their village market. Over the time, this village, which formerly had no job opportunity in the beginning, had many, like teachers, tailors, agro engineers, and many more. In the starting, there were no production activities were there in these villages. Production activity means primary sector, secondary and tertiary sectors production activities were not found in this village. But after one by one they started creating the opportunities in their own village, and services of the teacher. They started means work of the teachers, tailor, agro engineers, and many more services available in their economy of their village. Means this one was the starting of prosperity or the development in their own village. This was the story of simple village, where rising level of human capital enabled to involve into the place rich with the complex and modern economic activity. Means here in this village, what happened? They became as a human resources. Different services they started, or they hire different services as a agro engineer, teachers, tailors, and many more. This economy developed in this village, and they became the and their economic activity became modern, and development taken place. So here summary. In the summary, you have seen how input like education and health help in making the people as asset for the economy. इकोनॉमी की asset है कौन? People. But there is need to investment in what? Education and medical care. Then and then people became the asset. They become the human capital. They serve themselves, their family, their society uh, and their country. Means it is the sign of development, sign of prosperity, but needs to invest or use or they have to invest inputs like education and health for making what? People as a resource or people as a asset, sampatti. For what? For the economy. This chapter also discuss about the economic activity undertaken in three sectors of the economy. Different economic activities takes place in different sectors of the economy: primary, secondary and tertiary. Already we have seen in primary sector activities, they are natural resources are used in this primary sector activity, especially agricultural, mining, quarrying, fishing, animal husbandry, all these, or domestication or rearing of the animals, all this activity comes in the economic activities, comes in the primary. And in secondary sector, manufacturing activities, by using the raw material from the primary activity, this process done. For example, wheat it is the production of primary, and for making some wheat cakes or different food material by processing, that is done in the industrial sector or that secondary sector. And in tertiary sector, actual this is called the service sector. Different type of services they comes in this tertiary sector, that is banking, insurance, teaching, professional services, lawyer, doctors, engineers, all these professional services that comes, or even vendors, traders, seller, wholesaler, all this shopkeeping, all this comes in the non-agricultural or that is called the service sector or tertiary sector. All these three sectors activity contribute in the national economy. So we also study about the problem associated with unemployment. We are facing unemployment because different type of unemployment we have seen in urban as well as in rural areas. In urban areas, educated unemployment found. People they are educated, but as per their education they are not having the work or employment opportunities. Some of the people they work, they are under employed, or their capacity they are not fully utilized, or they are not getting the proper economic output, though they are working but fully potential is not using. Unemployment problem, it is found in all three sector, but in different sector different type of unemployment found. For example, in primary sector we have seen disguised unemployment. Disguised unemployment means people they are working, but there seems to be work in the field, but there is no need. If they move from their work, no effect would be there on the production or output. Means if they move from or shifted from that agricultural production, and if they search the work in other places, then they would get the extra earning. This is called the disguised unemployed. Especially it is found in the agricultural sector. In rural sector also seasonal unemployment found. So what is seasonal unemployment? Especially of the agricultural sector, 4 to 5 months work available for the people, especially for the Kharif season. If there is irrigation, then they can do the work for whole of the year of the agricultural production they can take. But if their production is totally depend upon what, for the rain, depend upon the rainwater, then their work, they gets work only for the 4 to 5 months. Means this problem they arise, or this is the problem of the which sector, primary sector, but it is called the seasonal unemployment. And if we observe in the urban areas, people they are educated, but they are not getting the education as per many more engineers, though they have taken the education, technical education, but as per their manpower or their whatever they utilize resources, or they become as a human resource, but their human resource is going waste because of not getting the work. So that is called the unemployment. Generally it is found in urban areas, also in rural areas, but it is much more in the urban areas, because educated people, they are not ready to do any work, just like a worker, labor. Okay. So finally the chapter ends with the story of village formerly had no jobs but later had plenty. Means this we have seen various activities, economic activities, primary sector, then unemployed, then why they gives priority to the parents gives priority for using their resources for the male children, all these things which we have seen. Then some of the questions related to this we are going to discuss here. What is the difference between economic activity and non-economic activity? So here the activity which add value to the national income, ऐसी activity जो national income में value add होती है, they are called the economic activity. In other words, activities which are performed for the money are called the economic activity. Means the activities which are carried out or performed by the people just for getting the earning or just for getting the money, they are called the economic activities. And those which are not performed for the monetary gain, they are called the non-economic activity. Means for self, I gave example about the teaching to my son, that is non-economic activity, that is my household responsibility. But if I am teaching to you, this is the economic activity, because I am getting earning through this teaching. So this is the basic difference of the economic and non-economic activity. Even one example is given here. If the mother is chef in the hotel, she gets paid for it. Okay, this is economic activity. When she cooks for her family, she is performing non-economic activity. Means activity is same, but cooking food in hotel, that becomes the economic activity, and cooking food in the house as a household responsibility, that is non-economic activity. Student clear this, what is how it is difference in economic activity and non-economic activity. Then another question is that why are women paid low paid work? Why are women employed in low paid work? Is why women getting less payment or less output for her work? So some points we are going to discuss related to this question, that women are employed in the low paid work. लो पेड वर्क को करने के लिए तैयार होती है, या शी गेट्स द एम्प्लॉयमेंट work for the low paid. So some of the reasons are there. And which are these reasons? First, generally this question asked in the exam. Education is one of the major determinants of the earning of the individual in market. Means if the education is there with the people, then he or she can earn from the market. Means education is important, or it is major determinant. Women in India, if we comparatively less educated than the men. We have seen literacy ratio between male and female. Male are more educated and female are less educated, or the ratio is less. They are low educated than the men. They have merged education, बहुत ही कम उनको education होता है, and low skill formation. और education नहीं है, training नहीं है, तो skill formation भी नहीं है. As a result, they are paid less than the men, because which work she is ready to do? For unskilled work, as a labor or domestic work, where there is no need for the special skill because of not having the training and education. This is the first point. Second one would be, because of lack of knowledge and information, women work in unorganized sector. We have seen organized and unorganized sector. In unorganized sector, there is no surety of work. They get less money, or there is no other benefits while working in unorganized sector. Already we have seen how to protect the workers, those who are working in unorganized sector. So there is need to give the protection, which pay them low wages. Most of the women, because of not having skill, education, training, they work in unorganized sector or private sector, and they get very less wages or low wages. They are also unaware of their legal rights because of not having the education. Women are not vigilant about their rights, or unaware about their legal right. And next point is that women are considered physically weak. Generally, women are considered physically weak. Therefore, they are usually paid low wages, where it is found in unorganized sector or in private sector, where skill work is not there. So, generally, while doing the physical work, generally she consider what? Physically weak, and that is why she gets less wages comparing to the men, especially in unorganized sector. For example, workers in industrial sector, or workers in primary sector, or unskilled work, domestic work, she get very less money. Okay. Then here last one is that women are considered physically okay. This we have seen, means these are the 4 points. Question was what? Why are women employed in the low paid work? वो लो पेड वर्क करने के लिए क्यों तैयार होती है? और जनरली शी वर्क्स इन द अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर. सो मेन थिंग इज दैट she is not having much education, or just like men, or skill education or specific training. Okay. Then another question is that how will you explain the term of unemployment? Unemployment term कैसे explain करेंगे? तो unemployment means when people are willing to work. First thing is essential that people, there is need for the interest or need, or people have to be, there is willingness to do the work but fail to find the job. Means they are interested, they needs to work but what fail to find the work. Means work नहीं मिलता है. Such a situation often found more in developing countries. और ये situation कहाँ दिखाई देती है? In developing countries as compared to the developed countries. In developed country most of the people they gets the work, but it real problem for just like India, it gets the problem. The workforce population include, so working age population include 15 to 59 years. Okay, another question is that what is the difference between disguised unemployment and seasonal unemployment? So first of all we discuss disguised unemployment. Okay, so in disguised unemployment people appear to be employed while actually they are not adding to the productivity. Means they seems to be work but their productivity is not utilizing here properly. Okay, this usually happens among the family members engaged in agricultural activity. Means if they have small land, agricultural land, so they do not hire the laborers themselves, they work on their field. This usually require the service of the 5 people but engage 8 people. Means for example if the 8 family members are there and they needs only 5 members but all 8 members they work in their field. 3 peoples are extra. 3 peoples are found extra. If 3 people are removed, the productivity will not decline. The 3 extra peoples are disguised unemployment. Means here 3 peoples which are excessive but still they are working. If they remove from their work, production would not be less, and that is why these 3 excessive peoples are called the disguised unemployment. Understood, student? Then come to the next. Come to the next. Another question is that what are the various measures taken by the government to special education, to spread the education. एजुकेशन स्प्रेड करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने कौन से मेजर्स अपनाए हैं, अडॉप्टेड किए हैं? तो मेजर्स टेकन बाय द गवर्नमेंट टू इनकरेज एजुकेशन अमंग द चिल्ड्रन means measures are for encouraging the children. Our constitution has provision that the state would provide the universal free education up to the age group 14. Means till 14 of the age of children has to get the free and compulsory education. This is one of the measures. Our central government has started a project. Central government has started what? Project. And what is the name of that project? Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. And what is the objective of this project? To provide the elementary education. Elementary means basic education to all the children between the age group of 6 to 14. And this project was 2010, but still it is going on. It is not stop. Okay. Second one, special emphasis has been laid on the girls' education. On this Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, in this Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, special emphasis has been laid for whose education? Girls' education. They focus on the girls' education. Then special schools like Navodaya Vidyalaya are established for the children in each district. In each district we found Navodaya residential school for the children, those who are poor and those who are who wanted to learn, or but education facility, if they are not available in their own village or not affordable to that. Okay, so here another step here would be vocational streams. Government introduced through this vocational streams, means vocational education have been developed to provide high school student with the occupational skill, means those who are high school student with learning or occasional subjects they have to be learned for getting work or starting their individual unit in future. So they given weightage focus on which education? Vocational. Beside providing school, it is also using some non-conventional measures to encourage people to send their children to school and to discourage drop out. Special efforts of the governments taken for the non-convenient measures to encourage the people to send their children to the school and discourage dropout, means through this they are getting midday meal through the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. It is also one of the encourage for sending their children, and automatically because of getting the food, nutritious food or other articles whatever they require for the school, for example uniform, then books, other articles. So all these are the motivations for encouraging and automatically discourage the dropout student, generally poor student, poor family student, they goes to the school. Midday meal is also, just we have seen midday meal scheme has been implemented to encourage the attendance, retention of the children and improve the nutritional status. All these things we have seen for the means for the government step or initiative taken for spreading the education, especially to the poor families or poor people, because rich people, they are affordable to send their children to private school, but it is not affordable to the poor people or rural people. So all these provisions are taken initiative by the government. All these things which we have seen in this chapter, that how to make the people as a resource, and I hope you have understood all these things. Okay, good day student.